Your wager? $17.99. So you're up to $35.99 as we go to Maggie. Not looking too happy about this. Why? She put in Cadbury, and it's going to cost her how much? Everything. So she drops to zero. Now we go to Charles. 400 was tied with Maggie, and he wrote down what is almond.
I want to be here for the magic.
Mic check call, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, mic check. Mic.
Marcus, 1, 2, hello, check, check, check.
And you get to play again and wrap up the week with us tomorrow. Right here. Join us then.
Prizes for our second and third place provided by Ali. Promotional consideration provided by...
If you have high blood pressure like I do, many cold medicines may raise your blood pressure. Coracetin HBP relieves cold symptoms without raising blood pressure. Coracetin HBP.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. For a free rate quote, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO.
Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy Skin Therapy. Used daily, it exfoliates, smooths, softens. Reduces bumps 72%. Gold Bond, Ultimate Lotion, Ultimate Skin.
WMBD 31. This is your forecast first.
Again, a lot of cloud cover across central Illinois for this Thursday and not likely to change here as we roll over the next couple of hours. The good news is we are dry. Storm Tracker just showing the pretty thick and dense cloud deck that is hanging around the area. We're at 31 right now in Galesburg, 35 Peoria, 33 in Bloomington. Overcast skies on our Cook's Auto Body Cam looking in uptown normal. We'll hang into the mid-30s, I think, through around 10 o'clock and just below the freezing mark at midnight. Sunshine returns for Friday and Saturday with warmer temperatures. We'll talk about that in your forecast coming up. But first, your news starts right now.
Tonight,
I do worry about, crossing that line.
a new cyberbullying law in Illinois has some parents worried it could be an invasion of privacy. Plus,
changing the perception of the South Side, that's the goal for many down here, but how? That story coming up.
but first, a change in leadership coming to one local university as its president announces retirement.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 5.
Good evening. Big changes coming to Bradley University.
For today, President Joanne Glasser announcing her retirement after 8 years of leading the university. It's our top story tonight at 5. Glasser is the first woman to serve as president at Bradley. She sent out a statement to the campus thanking the community. She says, "This difficult decision comes with many mixed feelings, predicated upon my love of the institution, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and the Peoria community, which has been my home for the last 8 years. She goes on to say she believes it is a time for leadership change to allow fresh eyes and new ideas to continue the excellent momentum of our institution. Glasser's official last day will be May 31st of this year. Bradley's Board of Trustees will meet on the 5th and 6th of next month with finding a new president, making it their top priority. A Twin Cities high school soccer coach in jail tonight for allegedly sexually assaulting a child. Volunteer coach Christian Arenada had been arrested on 1 count of predatory criminal sexual assault and 3 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a child under the age of 13. According to our news partner WJBC, he has since been removed from coach at Normal West High School soccer team. Aranda was arrested on the 15th. He's in the McLean County Jail right now. His arraignment set for January 30th.
Crime, gangs, poverty, that's what some think when they hear the words South Side. Now, some residents in Peoria are ready to make a change. WMBD's Hannah Hilliard spoke with community leaders today. She joins us in studio now. So, Hannah, what's the plan?
Well, Paul, a lot of people have a lot of ideas, but many say the problem is businesses don't come to the area because there aren't enough people. And people don't want to move in because there aren't enough businesses. But I did talk with a business owner and a resident who are ready to tackle the issue.
It can still be a great place to live. It's just that it's going to take some work to get there, and I believe that we can do it.
Peoria's South Side is ready for an overhaul.
It's important to us that not only that our business survives and thrives, but the people that shop at our store thrive.
That's why people like Tom Wiegand and Robin Berry are working to make the South Side a better place to live. Improving infrastructure, keeping kids occupied, and creating jobs. But they're going to need help.
Regardless of where we live, if we see the South Side as the weakest link right now, then all of the city of Peoria needs to come together to say, how can we address this?
But not everything needs changed.
The South Side has a lot of positive areas, a lot of areas that are diamonds in the rough.
Wiegand says those diamonds include the Neighborhood House, Southside Manor, and Lincoln Branch Library. He wants to build upon those places, making the South Side a desirable place to live, block by block.
And the people on the south side of Peoria have every right to have a nice place to live, a nice place to go and do their business, a nice place to shop, a nice place to go to school, as any place else in the community of Peoria.
Now, Berry has actually started a coalition called Southside Community United for Change. It's been around for about a year and includes neighborhood associations trying to help the area. Paul?
Now, Hannah, you mentioned it has to be a citywide effort. Is local government or law enforcement getting involved?
Yeah, Peoria Police Chief Jerry Mitchell tells me engaging young kids will be key. He says they have to give kids something to do between the time they get off school and the time they go to bed. That way they're not getting into trouble. Paul?
Thanks, Hannah. Last night we told you about the U.S. Department of Justice not expected to indict Ferguson, Missouri police officer Darren Wilson. He shot and killed unarmed 18-year-old Michael Brown back in August. WMBD spoke with Peoria Police Chief Jerry Mitchell about what his force learned from that event.
We didn't have the violence that a lot of other communities did. We did have a town hall meeting. We did have some active protesting, peaceful. So I mean, that goes to say what this community is all about.
Chief Mitchell says there's still work to be done in Ferguson, Missouri. He says an event like the one in Ferguson could happen in any city. That's why one of Mitchell's main priorities is strengthening police-community relations.
And the St. Louis chief of police says an officer was justified when he shot and killed a 19-year-old man last night.
The violence that we've seen, the murders that we've seen, the gun violence that we've seen, certainly this was an area that we were interested in. Certainly we were in the right area. A stolen car with two suspects in it that had a 9mm with an extended magazine in it. The officers were doing a good job in the right neighborhood at the right time.
Police say the man was a suspect in a stolen vehicle chase and pointed a gun at them. The man was told to drop the weapon, but he didn't. And that's when police say two officers opened fire. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. The man's name isn't being released right now. The shooting under investigation and will be reviewed by a unit that was created specifically to look into officer-involved shootings.
Residents of Bloomington Normal will have the chance to break barriers with local law enforcement. The City of Refuge Church in Bloomington hosting a discussion between locals and the police tonight. The meeting is supposed to give residents the chance to question the Bloomington and Normal police departments, as well as the McLean County Sheriff and State's Attorney. Organizers hope the program opens the lines of communication between residents and local leaders.
Education is the key. If you know why they do things, or if you disagree with why they do some things, you can head off some problems ahead of time.
Some things will come up, yes, but it's how you handle them. And when you have lines of communication open with your civic leaders, we can work things out. And they have faith in us that we will handle it.
The Bloomington police chief says there are more meetings scheduled like this that will take place in the future.
Well, we've told you about the state's new cyberbullying law. It allows schools to punish students for online misconduct, even if the incident happens outside of school. But now some parents say the new law is an invasion of privacy. WMBD's Jessica Coons explains in a story from our Capitol newsroom tonight.
Jo Ireland works for the Riverton School District. She has 2 daughters in high school.
I've always talked to my girls, anything that you put out there, via Twitter, Facebook, it's out there for everyone to see.
She's worried about part of the state's new anti-cyberbullying law.
There's an invasion of privacy, asking for passwords, things like that. To me, it's almost like asking for a key to their house.
On top of punishing students for cyberbullying, even if it happens on electronic devices at home, the law also allows schools to demand passwords for social media accounts.
We can ask for student passwords or parents for student passwords, and if it is not given to us, I think what we would do is contact our attorneys, and because it is a law, and go from there.
Ireland says asking for passwords puts pressure on school administrators. She believes law enforcement should be brought in to handle the situation instead.
We do use technology at school. If those things were happening at school, then that should definitely be addressed at school. But if it's happening at home, I don't feel that that's the school's responsibility.
She says it's a parent's job to keep tabs on their kids outside of the classroom, but with this law now on the books,
I do worry about, crossing that line.
She's concerned about the privacy of her daughters and their classmates. In Springfield, Jessica Coons, WMBD 31 News.
Riverton school officials say their first concern is protecting students from cyberbullying. They hope making parents and students aware of this law might stop the bullying from taking place altogether.
All advanced medical transport ambulances in Peoria, Pekin, and Streator are equipped with a new automated CPR device. It's called the Lucas II, and it performs nonstop resuscitation, doing so at the American Heart Association's recommended rate of 100 compressions per minute, 2 inches deep. Of course, unlike a person performing CPR, it never gets tired or needs a break.
The Lucas device gives us the ability to do that ongoing throughout the cardiac arrest resuscitation efforts. So we don't have to stop compressions to move the patient, to roll them from side to side, to get them into the ambulance. We don't even have to stop chest compressions now when we defibrillate.
The device doesn't just help the patients, it also allows paramedics to stay safely seated and belted for the ride while monitoring a patient in other ways. A diner in Peoria is one of the best in the state. 50's Diner in the Metro Center is listed as one of the top diners in all of Illinois, according to ThrillList.com. Website ranked the top 12 diners in the state that are outside of Chicago. Funnel cake fries, country fried steak, and breakfast all day are just a few of the meals that keep people coming back. Servers say making this list means they're just doing their jobs.
And making us hungry, too, right? Thousands marched through Washington, D.C. on the anniversary of the Supreme Court decision Roe v. Wade. Learn more about the bill concerning abortion the House discussed today. That's coming up. But first, Marcus, how about weather?
Well, you know what? A lot of cloud cover, guys, across the area, and temperatures a little chillier than we have been the past couple of days. Good news, sunshine returns. We start to see a little bit of a warm-up. We'll talk about that and when we may see our next snow chance. That's coming up.
You're watching WMBD 31 News at 5 with Paul Chikimi, Maria Chandler, and Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey with your local weather authority forecast. This is WMBD 31 News at 5.
At Avanti's, you can get a personal cheese pizza for $2.90 or a personal special for $3.75. Who does that? We do at Avanti's. Go to Avanti'sPeoria.com to find your Avanti's.
My family gets a big lift from good food, like Simple Truth and Simple Truth Organic. I love all the choices, hundreds of foods, and ingredients that fit our lifestyle. They make eating better, easier. Plus, Simple Truth is so easy to find at our local Kroger store. We just look for the green circle.
Right now, save over $15 with digital coupons at simpletruth.com. Simple Truth, putting simple within reach.
Truth Talk with Frank. Big Cable raised its rates consistently for 18 years. Frontier gives a 3-year price guarantee with no contract and no rate hikes. That's the truth.
Get the speeds you need and the service you deserve with Frontier High-Speed Internet for $19.99 per month with qualifying phone service.
The truth will set you free. From Big Cable.
Make the hassle-free switch to a company that tells the truth. Call 1-888-FRONTIER today.
As owner of Green Chevrolet, I am very thankful that General Motors has been driving both you and I nutty with being so overprotective with these recalls. If you have any GM vehicle, you can bring it into our service center and we'll tell you if there's a recall. We will fix that vehicle at absolutely no charge, whether you bought it from us or not. Let's get these recalls behind us.
And while you're in our service center, check out one of the brand new 2015 Malibus at just $17,999. You've got to go green.
WMBD 31, UFS, and Sonara Healing and Spa Center want to send you and a friend to music's biggest night. Log on now to CIProud.com to register for your chance to win a trip or two to the Grammys in Los Angeles. Live Sunday, February 8th.
If you've ever been in a retail store and you get that kind of weird feeling somebody's trying to jam something down your throat that maybe they have too many of or they make more money on, it's a bad feeling, you know. And it's one of the reasons at Sherman's that if you don't like something, you got 30 days to send it back. So when you come into Sherman's, what you're going to find is somebody who wants to know about you and what you have now and what you don't like about it and what you do want the next time. We'll find the right product for you or we'll take it back. It really is just the right thing to do.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD 31. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD 31 Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It's another day that we could not kick the cloud cover out of here. Temperatures, they struggled across the board today, barely getting above freezing for most. Live look now at our Borsberry Law Office's camera. And right under there, the ticker, the news ticker there, you can see the Illinois River, it is flowing still. Compare that to last year, where it was just a complete sheet of ice. Now, there is some parts of ice that are rolling through here, but not as bad as last year. So, hey, we'll take that. 35 right now at the airport. Winds are calm. We only made it to a high of 37. Still running about 5 or 6 degrees warmer than average despite the lack of sunshine. 32 right now in Dunlap. Good evening in the Heights. You're at 33. 32 in Washington and Metamora. Minunk checking in at 32. Hudson at 31. Delavan 35. Chilly spot right now. Kewanee at 28. 32 in Lake, 33 in Pontiac, and the Twin Cities checking in at 33. Temperatures falling to just below freezing, we think, by midnight tonight. And I do think the clouds hang tough here over the next couple of hours. Will fall to overnight lows in the upper 20s. So it's going to be kind of a similar start to what you woke up to this morning. 27 in Galesburg, 26 in Lakin, 28 in Pontiac. I will throw in that there will likely be some patchy fog in spots. I don't think it's going to be quite as widespread as what we've had the past couple of mornings. So that's some good news. Planning out your Friday, I think looking a lot better. It's going to take some time, but we will get to see some sunshine, especially for the latter half of the afternoon. So we started off mostly cloudy with patchy fog, partly cloudy by around lunchtime with temperatures into the mid to upper 30s, and we should make a run into the low 40s as we head into tomorrow afternoon. I've got us at 41 here in the city, around 39 in Bloomington and Pontiac, same thing in LaSalle, Peru, and around 40 in Lakin and Galesburg. All right, here's radar and satellite over the last couple of hours. You can see a pretty healthy cloud deck across most of the state. It's even thicker down in the southern portions of Illinois. There are some breaks out to the west. That's heading our direction. That's drier air that will eventually work in through the day tomorrow. So Future Track takes us here over the next couple of days. And again, I think we're going to see a good deal of sunshine for the second half of your Friday. We'll have a boundary that comes in dry late tomorrow night heading into Saturday morning, likely to bring a decent amount of cloud cover, at least for the first half of your Saturday. But look at those numbers. We sneak into the mid-40s for your start of your weekend. Another boundary moving in by Sunday that could give us a wintry mix. I'll talk about that in just a second. 44 on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, maybe a bit breezy at times. Then Sunday, I've got a chance for light snow in the morning as temperatures will start right at that freezing mark, so I think a dusting could be possible, and then that will likely change over to all rain for the rest of your Sunday morning heading into the afternoon. So not a major problem here to wrap up the weekend. A little bit colder then as we open up next week. Highs only in the mid-30s for Monday. But again, a good chunk of next week relatively dry. We won't see another chance for, right now, looks to be rain by Thursday, a week from today, as highs hit in the low 40s. So really, on average, we're going to be running a little bit above average. So that's not too bad here over the next 8 days.
Liking that sunshine too. That doesn't hurt.
In mid-40s to start off a weekend, sunshine in January.
No football this weekend, so people have a chance to get out.
Get out, enjoy it.
Go enjoy the weather. That's not too bad.
That's right.
Can't get much better. Thanks so much,
You
Marcus.
bet.
A man from Central Illinois found after going missing nearly 2 years ago. What his parents say may have caused him to leave.
But first, here's Rachel Kay with what's coming up new tonight at 6.
We're in the middle of cold and flu season. Coming up, we'll tell you what you need to share with your doctor before making an appointment.
When it comes to car dealers, there is a difference.
Take advantage of a super selection of certified pre-owned Toyotas and interest rates as low as 1.9% APR on select certified models.
Great prices on certified pre-owned Toyotas. That's part of the Denison difference.
Save big at Menards. How big? 11% big. This big. Bigger. 11% bigger. With 11%, make it easier. 11% easier. Get organized. No, 11% more organized. Save 11% on doors. Every door. Save 11% on flooring. All flooring. Save 11% on lumber. That's right, all the lumber. From this to this, or even this. There's no end to the possibilities with an 11% rebate on your entire purchase. Hurry in for big savings.
Why do we go to ICPR Family Practice? They help keep my family healthy and active, and their awesome new facility confirms I've made the right choice. My youngest likes her well visits. My oldest is seeing great results after a sports injury, and I finally got my husband to get help for his knee pain. Plus, they do their physical therapy right there. Then there's me. I like going to Sumer Wellness for a little pampering and age-defying skincare. ICPR Family Practice is right for my family and yours.
Schedule your appointment today.
Demand for energy has never been higher, and it's only going to increase. So Ameren, Illinois is getting ready for the future, investing in new equipment and advanced technology, strengthening the system that delivers natural gas and electricity, reducing outages and improving reliability by 20%. Doing whatever it takes, so we're ready for whatever comes. That's energy at work. Ameren, Illinois.
More people choose Ford F-Series to help run their lives, run their construction crews, their farms, even run away. And F-150 is the truck that helps you run on all cylinders. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 38 years running. And with one sold about every 43 seconds, you guessed it, they're running out fast. Now get into a Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,500 trade assist cash only at your local Ford dealer.
Follow WMBD 31 News wherever you are on CIProud.com, Facebook, Twitter, or our mobile app.
When it comes to car dealers, there is a difference.
Save thousands on new in-stock Toyotas at Denison Toyota. Prius, 19 to choose from. Camry, 18 to choose from. RAV4, 12 to choose from.
Great prices on great Toyota vehicles. That's part of the Denison difference.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 5.
The family of a man from Illinois who was missing for nearly 2 years is speaking for the first time since he was found in California.
Derek Higgins' parents say he suffers from memory loss after being in several car accidents, but even with that information, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about his disappearance.
Abby Alfred says before Higgins was found, he was living on the streets of San Diego. In a WMBD 31 News exclusive.
For 22 months, this mother has searched Facebook and answered many phone calls about her missing son.
There's been a lot of false hope.
But Saturday night, almost 2,000 miles away in Smithfield, Illinois, Sergeant Dye from the San Diego Harbor Police Department was on the other line. He found their now 23-year-old son, Derek Higgins, near the Hilton Bayfront. He'd been missing from his Illinois home since March 2013.
I don't even know how to explain it.
There's not a word. There's not a word in the dictionary that can explain how we felt.
3 days after Derek Higgins went missing from his home in Smithfield, Illinois, police in Tallahassee, Florida found his wrecked car abandoned with his wallet and cash inside. Nearly a year later, in April of 2014, Las Vegas police made contact with Derek Higgins on a vagrancy complaint. He gave him an alias name, Adam Wilson. Months later, there was a fingerprint match. His family went out to Vegas, but they couldn't find him. Then this past Saturday, here in San Diego, Harbor Police found Derek Higgins near the Embarcadero, and he gave him his real name.
When we first saw him, first thing he did was stand up and gave us both a hug.
But Higgins is also scared and nervous. Their son had been living on the streets for the past 22 months. They say prior car accidents like this one pictured in a scrapbook to trigger memories may have caused memory loss and why he left.
I know everyone has questions, so do we, but it's going to be a slow process.
A process the Higgins know they may never get all their questions answered, but they do encourage parents of the missing to have hope.
Don't ever give up.
Don't ever give up. Be persistent.
Abby Alford, CBS News.
A city in New Jersey is in a state of emergency after an apartment complex goes up in flames. We bring you the latest. That's next.
Snyder Village is my place to call home. Actually, it's our place to call home.
Snyder Village is our place to call home.
Snyder Village is my grandpa's place to call home.
Snyder Village is our place to call home.
Snyder Village is my mom's place to call home.
Make Snyder Village your place to call home.
If you've ever been in a retail store and you get that kind of weird feeling somebody's trying to jam something down your throat that maybe they have too many of or they make more money on, it's a bad feeling, you know. And it's one of the reasons at Sherman's that if you don't like something, you got 30 days to send it back. So when you come into Sherman's, what you're going to find is somebody who wants to know about you and what you have now and what you don't like about it and what you do want the next time. We'll find the right product for you or we'll take it back. It really is just the right thing to do.
Wisconsin, birthplace of the hamburger, frozen custard capital of the world, and home to Culver's. Bacon Deluxe Chocolate Shake, that's our signature combination. Fresh, never frozen, seared Midwest beef, topped with hardwood smoked center cut bacon. Bacon makes everything better. Our shakes start with a premium vanilla custard. Then we add rich, thick chocolate, handcrafted right before your eyes. Bacon and chocolate, what could be better? Welcome to Delicious.
To beat the competition, Ram doesn't crunch numbers, Ram crushes them. 30,000 best pounds towing, 865 best pound-feet of torque, 7,390 best pounds payload, 28 best miles per gallon highway. That adds up to make Ram the fastest growing truck brand in America. Guts, glory, Ram. Get 0% APR for 84 months, plus $500 bonus cash for up to $10,500 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Roll into the new year in a new Nissan. During Nissan's 2015 event, choose from 15 models with 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus up to $3,500 cash back. Or lease Altima just $189 per month. But hurry, the excitement may last, but 0% on 15 models won't. Offers end February 2nd. Shop at your local Nissan store or choose Nissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 5.
The annual March for Life filled the streets of Washington as pro-life supporters descended on the Supreme Court. Mark Albert is in Washington, D.C. with the story.
Thousands marched through the nation's capital on the anniversary of the Supreme Court's Roe v. Wade decision.
It's wrong to take an innocent life. It's just murder.
Michael Williams came down from Rochester, New York with his church. Jamie LeGrand traveled here from Long Island.
I'm here because I'm pro-life from the core of my being.
Down the street, the GOP-controlled House took up a bill banning the use of federal money for abortions.
The yeas are 242 and the nays are 179.
House leaders scheduled a vote to coincide with the anniversary of the court's ruling and this annual anti-abortion rights march.
This is not a gift from the Republican Party to these people. This is a gift from our Creator himself.
So the whole thing is a hoax. It was just meant to feed the base.
Democrat Louise Slaughter objected to the bill and an earlier one the House was going to take up, banning most abortions after 20 weeks. But that bill was pulled Wednesday night after some GOP women protested, a surprise to Republican leaders. Do you believe this was showboating?
Oh, it intended to be showboating, but it turned into a Titanic.
A Titanic, you believe,
failure.
For GOP leadership?
I do, yes, indeed.
The White House has threatened a veto on the bill that ultimately passed on a party line vote. Mark Albert for CBS News, Washington.
The bill now heads to the Senate, where it is unlikely to gather the 60 votes necessary to be approved.
The city of Edgewater, New Jersey, is under a state of emergency after a massive fire destroyed a 4-story apartment building. Hundreds had to watch as their homes went up in flames.
When I saw the flames getting where it was spreading, because I can see it from my window, I said, let's go, we gotta go.
It took hundreds of firefighters more than 14 hours to get the flames under control. Started around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Within an hour, crews called in additional help, including fireboats from New York. At the height of the firefight, flames could be seen from miles away.
It was in the floors and it just traveled, and we had crews on 3 floors. We had the task of dealing with multiple rescues on different floors because the smoke had traveled through the building.
2 firefighters and 2 residents were injured, but are expected to be okay. Local schools were closed today. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Now, don't go anywhere.
Marcus has your final look at the forecast next.
Thank you, State of Illinois, for finally fixing and passing the sales tax issue with leases. Because of them, you can lease a brand new 2015 Cruze for only $99 a month.
Or you could get a brand new Malibu for just $18,995 or $139 a month. Plus, you still get the Green's Goods package, the car washes, the $995 oil changes, and so much more.
Leasing means you're never going to be upside down again, 2 years free maintenance, and you trade every 3 years. You got to go green.
Now's the time to get a super night's sleep at a great price from Denver Mattress. Choose between 2 of our best mattresses 2 ways. Get a Richmond or Telluride Queen set for just $9.99. Or get the Richmond or Telluride Queen mattress with an Ergo Motion base for just $19.99. The Richmond with indulgent memory foam conforms to your body. The Telluride Plush delivers supreme pressure-relieving comfort and motionless support. Better tomorrow, start tonight at Denver Mattress, your adjustable bed headquarters.
Thank you for being a sailor and my daddy. Thank you, Mom, for protecting my future.
Thank you for being my hero and my dad.
Military families are thankful for many things. The legacy of USAA Auto Insurance could be one of them. Our world-class service earned USAA the top spot in a study of the most recommended large companies in America. If you're current or former military or their family, see if you're eligible to get an auto insurance quote.
Hi everybody, this is Dave Snell, and we're at Woodfront Kitchens, part of the Prairie Home Alliance in East Peoria off Route 24. If you are thinking of redoing your kitchen, you need to come to our showroom. Cabinet refacing, granite tops, the newest styles, the newest colors. They'll show you all and go through the process with you. Prairie Home Alliance, Woodfront Kitchens. Make the kitchens of your dreams come true.
You are a born hunter. A hunter that feasts from land and sea. Evolution has been kind to you, and so has Arby's. Because now you can mix and match any 2 of your 3 favorite classic Arby's sandwiches for just $5. Join the sandwich hunt. It's a very easy hunt. Arby's, we have the meat.
Peace and quiet in the morning. A time to check weather and see what's happening across central Illinois from WMBD 31, CIProud.com.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 5.
We are inching closer to the weekend.
Yes, we are.
And going to be not too shabby.
You know, I think it's going to look pretty nice this weekend. Sunshine, you're welcome. You know, it's all. We'll
Thank
give
you.
you all the credit.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to go out and check out some new places in the area.
Should be
because
good.
That's what I need
You don't
to
get
do.
a good chance to do that in January around here either. Usually it's
Anywhere.
brutal cold and it's snowy. 28 tonight, maybe some patchy fog. Sunshine returns tomorrow. We'll be in the low 40s. By Saturday, we're in the mid 40s, and then could see a light winter mix on Sunday.
All right, thanks. We'll see you right back here at 6. Don't forget, always online, CIProud.com. Good night.
Good night.